Howdy everybody, it's Ed, back with another interesting, important, exciting video. Okay, here's the deal. I did a video about this quite a while back, okay? But I wanted to do it, I did it for the S&P for a friend of mine, and I wanted to do it for crude oil, okay? So I went back a couple of weeks, because I had a couple of weeks on my chart here. So this is the 25th of July. I went back to the 12th, 11-12. So you're looking at about 10 trading days, and this is held pretty constant over those 10 trading days. Now what you're doing is you're looking at VWAP right here. Okay, here's the VWAP. Excuse me, here's the VWAP line right there. Okay, it's the, see that nice thick red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green. Okay, you want to see it when there's a bit of volume in the market, and generally speaking, you're not going to see anything, unless you want to scalp it. You're not going to see a whole lot of stuff until about 4 o'clock in the morning, at least. Sometimes you get moves at 4 o'clock. Sometimes but very often you'll get a move at about 7 o'clock in the morning, and then I've got move times around 9 to 9:30, usually around the 9:30 time frame. Between 9 and 9:30, you'll see crude oil react to the cash market open. So let's get right into it. Okay, let's go back to the 12th. Okay, here's the 12th at midnight. You'll see right there what we're looking for a short. We're looking for a VPOC right here. See the VPOC right there? The VPOC that pops up above the VWAP. Once it pops up the V from here to here, okay, that short period, this is when you can take a short. Okay, you can do a scalp short. You could do, whatever you want to. This one went, this went right through at 74.83, retested 74.83, but did not come up here to the VPOC, which is that cyan line right there. So you would probably, once this thing came on, you were sure, you were really, really safe putting your stop up here. So if you got in, say for example, 74.83, your stop is a real tight 74.85. It's 2 ticks, right? 2 ticks. What did it do? It comes down from 74.83, and you will get usually right around a $250 move. You get a 25-point move. So 74.83 to down and hit down here to 74.55. That's about a $250, just over $250 move. Okay, so once you get your $250 move, you see this guy here, right? You can pop back that, you can reverse that trade. If you want to, you could reverse that trade, see where it comes back there, and then you make another $250. But that's not, this is not about the scalping thing. See, because you had the retest there. You see the VPOC pushing down, pushing price down, pushing price down there, pushing price down there, pushing price down there, and then finally pushing price down there, where it comes down into that extension for value, and now we're going to pop back up. And that's what drove that. So it flipped down. It was down here, and then price started trading above this and above this guy right here. So anywhere in here you take a long. Okay, so you take the long, you make your $250 or $500 for the day. Okay, so let's take a look at this again. That's but for you're looking at here's your bottom line right here, right? When your bottom line is down here, you could take the trade here. You could take the longs from those VPOCs if you wanted to. The pull back to the VPOC, pull back to the VPOC, and then scalp that. But this one right here, when it comes back through, okay, when everything starts turning up, here's your VPOC, here's your retest of your VPOC, red candle, green, see green candle red, red candle green, there's your retest, and you go up. So as your entry is at 74.76, your VPOC is below your VWAP, so it's going to be driving you up, okay? 74.76 up to right in here, which is 76.75.01. There's another $250 trade right there, another $250 trade, okay? You could do the counter coming out of here, coming out of this zone. When you get you shorted here, you get the retest here. There's another couple of trades right there, another $250, $250 down to your VWAP. And this is pretty typical. You're going to rotate around VWAP until and your VPOC shifts. You're gonna do that. I would not take it here, right? I would take it. I would start looking at shorts right around here. See, then when it flipped, see it coming down and pushing down price. It was here too, right? So you want to wait. If you see this kind of triangle situation here like that, you want to wait. So you wait on that trade because you don't really have an entry unless you wanted to take the short entry right here back down to VWAP, which is perfectly fine. That's another strategy I'm not going to go into today, but it is another perfectly reasonable strategy, shorting this maroon area here down to VWAP. Sometimes you'll get it farther down, but VWAP's a pretty stable, pretty reliable target. So now what you're having is you have this shift down, right? Shift down. So you're looking at you've got the shift up. You could take that chart, but didn't go anywhere. So right down to Globex open. So you may have been stopped out. Break even plus 1. Move your stop to break even after about 9 or 10 ticks. So move your stop to break even plus 1. You come back down. You come back down. Now this one runs. Okay. You have this one coming back down here. You stop out, break even plus 1 right here. Now you're going up, right? Then come back. This one comes back in your face, right? For the long, but this one doesn't. So you're only losing. You're only losing a couple of trades here. At break even plus 1, you're losing. Not that you're losing an opportunity here, but the fact is that that break even plus 1 is saving you from losing a lot of money. Losing, period. Okay, so it's pushing down, pushing down, pushing down. Right now, it moves up and moves down. Right, see that little formation there, up and then down. Right there, where you got that support, and it came right back down to this other one. Right, they're pushing price down. Right, when it's above price action, they're pushing it down. When it's below price action, they're pushing it up, or VWAP price action, whatever you want to call it. Okay, they're pushing it down. What they're doing is they're reloading for the longs. Okay, if you can see that right there, it's above VPOC is above VWAP, so they're pushing it down. VPOC right here, pushing it down, right? So that was they're trying to fake people out right there, I think. So you're breaking plus 1, so you're okay. Then they're pushing it down. They're obviously reloading for the long. They came down to value area low. As they come back up here, right? As price action comes through here, right there. See where that shift is? That VPOC shift comes right down, right there, and then it takes off to the upside. Okay, as it comes through VPOC, grab that. If you wanted to, you could at the shift, you could buy it anywhere from here to here, anywhere from that 74.75 level to 74.80. 5 ticks, big deal. Okay, 74.80. So where are we gonna go? 74.80. That was at 722. And that's a 74.80. You're looking for 75.80, right? Fiddles around, pulls back. So you're committed to this trade, right? You're above VWAP. There's no reason to get out of it. So what? You get a little pullback. There's no reason to get out of this trade. See, if it was going to come down, it wouldn't do this choppy chop. It would basically reject out of the cloud here, and boom, go straight down. We didn't see that. We just see this choppy chop. So they're trying to push it down. They're reloading longs, right? There's the pit open. at 9 o'clock. They're reloading for the long. You're already in from down here. They're reloading, hit it open. You see this where this is a fake push down. This is a fake out where they're trying to say, oh, well, we have a VPOC out here. Oops. We have a VPOC here. Here's pit open, right? So we're gonna try to push ours down. Well, didn't go anywhere. Okay, it just went right down to that 75.12 level and rejected to the upside. Okay, so if you're in that long trade from 75.19, you'd have a little bit of heat there. I mean, what you're looking at a 10 tick stop, right? You're looking at a little bit of heat here, but you didn't take your stop. You didn't have your stop taken out, and you're going back through. You can see the obvious price rejection from the outside. So 75.19, we're looking for, we'd be looking for, say, a $500 trade because you're in late, okay? So 75, you're looking for $500 to $750. Great, $500 per contract trade, okay? But if you'd gotten in down here, okay, at that, right past that 74.80, I'm looking for 75.80 on the upside, right? Boom, there's 75, there you go. There's my 75.80. Now, you think the market knew about that? You think the market knew about this entry down here? You think people are taking those entries right in this area and reloading for long, reload for long, reload for long, reloading for the long, reloading for the long, boom. So they just made $1,000 per contract, right? You can make $1,000 per contract. There it is, 75.8, boom, there's your target. And it went past that. It went past that few ticks. So you've got that cushion of basically 6 ticks there. And then eventually it came back up and went to 75.94. But let's get to the next trade. Okay, 10:30. We had see where VPOC and VWAP are equal. Okay, you don't know which side that's gonna support, but you've got a green VPOC, so the odds are, the probabilities are in your favor that we're gonna go long. Here's that VPOC, right? And it's just sitting there. So chances are we're gonna come down and bounce. That's exactly what we did. Okay, you had an opportunity at 10:30. You had an opportunity at 10:30 basically. 10:30 Eastern, right there. Boom. But if you'd have had a resting order there, you would have probably gotten taken in, right? So you're looking at going long at 75.25. You're looking at 75.75, right? You're looking at say 75.75. They'd give you a nice $500 move. 75.75, and there's your target right there. Boom. So from here, from 10:30 to 10:45, 15 minutes, you get your $500. You're happy. Okay. So I really didn't see anything else that day. You could have taken this, but see, the VPOC is way far away. So why would you want to take that if there's no confluence between your VPOC and your VWAP, right? Yeah, I don't think I'd want to take that trade. I mean, the only thing you're leaning on is pit open, comes back down to pit open, bounces off. You could have taken that trade, I guess, right there, 75.32 to 75, 73, another $400, I guess. You could have taken that for a $400 trade if you wanted to. I'm looking for the longer moves. I'm looking for the bigger moves so I can say, hey, you make $500 a day or $1,000 a day, whatever. I'm looking for those big $1,000 moves. If I can't have a big $1,000 move, I'm looking for a $500 move, right? Looking for a $500 move, right? Now, here's where you have a situation. This is like noon, okay? This is noon. I don't like trading this. This is just nonsense. I mean, yeah, you're short biased, but you're getting stopped out. You get stopped out, get stopped out, get stopped out. I mean, it's flopping back and forth here. Finally, you get a trade to the upside, right? But that came on a little bit late, and you didn't really hit any flips here. I was looking for the VPOC here. I was looking for the VPOC here to flip down at some point to support the price action going up and I didn't get it, right? Only thing I can do is take this and get stopped out because I'm taking this trade to the long side, right? And I'm thinking to myself, are we going to bust that VPOC level? Well, we tried several times. What happens if you're going long here and you try several times and it comes back in your face? You get stopped out, right? Breaking +1, I hope, cross my fingers, but you don't know, right? So you're going along at 75.33, right? You're getting it to 75.40. You're getting 7 ticks, and it comes back in your face. So chances are you're getting stopped out there, stopped out there, stopped out there. You got three stop outs. You just gave the market $300 of your profit. Okay. Now you have a breakout here, right? You got a breakout here, and you got, if you drew a little box around here, you got this little, this little breakout area. You could, have this little breakout area here, that breakout level, right? So what happens? Comes back, pulls back to VWAP. If you'd moved your stop loss to break even, or breaking +1 or whatever, you would have gotten stopped out in this move. You could have re-entered, right? Okay, so you're in at, let's see, 75.33. Okay, so you're looking at $400. You're trying to get a $400. You're trying to get a $500 move out of this thing. Okay, so 75.33. You might have broken even if you'd taken 10 tick stop outs, full stop outs, 10 ticks. Okay, so I've got 2 or 3 of these. I want my money back, right? I want my money back, so I got to make $300 on this trade. So 75.33 to 75.63, right? You got, this was a $400 move. So 75.33 to 75.79. You could have aimed, see where this value area high is right here? The value area high, you could have aimed for that guy as a target. Okay, so but you're looking at like 75.33 up to 75.33 to 75.72. That's a $400 move, or 75.73. Okay, that's a $400 move. It will usually push past this value area high. Okay, usually push past it, but that's okay. So you got your target. You made your target. You made your $400, and are you done for the day? Pretty close to it. There's market close. You hit that guy at 252, and then what did the market do until it just chopped around here? So no trades. Okay, that was the 12th. I wanted to go into a lot of detail on this so that you guys can see what's going on and you can read the charts. Generally speaking, okay, it's just not a hard and fast rule because you have to read the price action, right? There was that trade because see what's happening. You're making higher lows, higher low, pull back to VWAP, perfect entry. That's a $400 move. Boom, you just made 400 bucks. Okay, and you're targeting, like I said, you're targeting value area high. VPOC to VWAP to value area high, right there. Boom, boom, you got it made. This is not a typical trade. It's all chop, 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 right? But I'm showing you how you can make money with that. Okay. Let's go to the 13th. Oh, generally speaking, when VPOC is below VWAP, see that cyan line? That's VPOC. Here's VWAP. When VPOC is below VWAP, it's a long trade. If VWAP is equal, it can either go either way. Okay. If VPOC is below VWAP, and I'll show you one of those in a minute. It's a long trade, okay? Sorry, it's a short trade. VWAP is greater than VWAP. It's a short trade. VPOC is less than VWAP. It's a long trade, okay? So above and below. Again, VPOC is greater than VWAP. It's in general, it's a short trade. Short trade to the downside, short trade to the downside. You could have played that as a scalp right down to value area low, right? You could have played that and then played this right here. But this is just in general short and long trades. So next trade, 713. So let's go to 713. The first trade I saw is, you know, you're bouncing around here. You got this guy here, which is right below, but it's a scalp. It's a scalp right to value area high. Scalp right to value area high. Scalp to right to value area high. Scalp to right to, you know, to value area high. This one went past it, but you didn't know that at the time, right? So you're just scalping it, you know, value area low, value area high, back and forth, you know, just scalping it, and you can make money. You can make money that way, okay? Yeah, okay. I showed you the 1030 yesterday. This one, this trade was, you know, you're looking at, you know, after 9:30, something like that. So, or I'm sorry, after 7 o'clock. Okay. So this trade right here, here's where you have your VWAP and your VPOC. It could go either way, which basically that's why this area is topping here. Is why it has nothing to do with moving averages. It has nothing to do with any cloud or any of that garbage. Okay. All you're looking at VPOC and VWAP, and VPOC and VWAP are together. Generally, you'll see this choppy chop action. Remember that. Don't let anybody tell you that, oh, you're seeing chop because of this or because of that. Notice this. It's bouncing back and forth between, like, say, for example, you're rejecting Globex open, but it's coming up back up here and rejecting midnight open. Just bouncing between Globex and midnight open, or more importantly, value area high, value area low. It's bouncing back and forth. Okay. Now, once you broke out of this little range, then you'll be okay. But it has nothing to do with moving out. I mean, you can use moving averages to support your move, to support your decision making. But I would not use. I wouldn't trust a moving average for your primary entry unless you have back tested and back tested and back tested and made absolutely sure that that moving average is going to hold, right? So, by the way, these are dailies. You'll see I got a value area high of 2 and 3 day value area highs, that sort of thing. 2 day value area lows, you know, that sort of thing, right? There's a 2 day value area low at the dotted line. The solid ones are 1 day value area high, value area low. Okay, so what are we doing? We're popping back right here. You're expecting chop, right? Well, now what happens? It's coming back up, but it's not going anywhere. Okay, it's just going right up here to value area high. Now, see the value area high shifting down? Value area high shifts down. Okay, I am not really a fan of breakout trades. I'll tell you that right now. I am really not a fan. I think breakout trades get you in way late. However, there's an argument to be made that a breakout trade is a safer trade in certain circumstances because it gets you out of this choppy stuff. Okay. For example, let me, you know, I'll just draw a box around this. You know, you're looking at from here to here, basically. Okay, here's your choppy chop zone. Here's where this is all kind of, you know, this is where actually I would kind of put it there, right? Because this is the most recent. This right here was down. This rejected because of value right there, because you got extended into that green zone. When it gets extended into the green zone and that green zone is flat, most of the time, not all the time, most of the time you will get a bounce, right? So you're looking at this, see all that, see this moving down, it's moving up, right? So we're going a little bit to the upside, but we're not going anywhere. You can see these pins up here, see these pins. That's rejections. We're not going anywhere. So we're coming down right here. You could have taken these for shorts, right? You could have taken a couple of these for your short because you see the rejections, or you see the rejections up here. This is one of the very few times that I would say, okay, fine, let's, you break this guy, you break this guy down here, then, get into your short. Well, which is like Globex open. Once it popped up here, came down and pushed through Globex open, then you were, you were okay. You got into a safe trade right there. Let's see, where am I? Now, you could have done this retest, right? There's VPOC here, there's VWAP here. That's a good short, right? The VPOC tends to push down price if it's above VWAP, right? Now, they tried to push VPOC up here, right? They shifted VPOC down, so that's in support of the short move because now we're trading below that one, and now we're trading below this one as we come down, right? So they're shorting. They're driving this thing down. Where are they going to drive it? Right down in this area right here. Okay. So shorting here, you'd have to keep your stop 75.64. You'd have been short around 75.59. So you're getting a 5 or 6 or 10, 5 or 6 stop. 10 tick stop. Absolutely just peachy keen for crude oil. Everybody's like, oh, you gotta have a 30 tick stop on crude oil. No, you don't. You really, really don't. If you're watching these lines, you really don't. So coming back down, and if you had a 10 tick stop, you get stop out, it's $100, right? You look at the next entry, and you make that back in the next move, right there. Boom, right there. You're shorting 75.59, right? You can target this guy, 75.28. That's $300 right there. That's a $300 move. And coming back out of this area is another, you're coming back out here, but it's not far enough down. I mean, the market makers, the institutions, they're not looking at it busting out up here. What they're doing is they're trying to drive price down as much as possible down into this discount area, right? So they can buy at a discount, right? You'd fake people out right here. You might be able to get a move out of that back up to here, right? To that value area low. That's a significant area. So a scalp long, and you could take, you could if you want to take short, okay? But that I'm not. Again, there's trades all over the chart, but I didn't want to get into that because that's a separate issue, and this is going to be a long video anyway. Because I'm going to go all the way out to 724, and this is only 713. So you have this right here, okay? Now, what do you do? Whoa, oops, sorry, I didn't do that far enough. So now you're coming back down. So they're buying. This is discount pricing. Every time it comes into that zone, they're going to buy a little bit. 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 So dollar cost averaging, they've got a really, they say, for example, they started going long at 75.50 and they came down to 75.28, say 75.30. That's 20 ticks of a long. Average that in. That is, so their average price would be 75.35 or so. 75.35 or so. So 75.35 right there. So that's their average price. They're reloading for the longs. Average price right there, and then the market takes off. Okay. So where do you as a retail trader get in? Okay. You could be buying like that, but that's going to be very, very expensive, right? If you're wrong. So what happens? Boom. It goes right back up through this guy. Right back through this guy. Here's your long trade. See that? Pops up, pops down. You're already long from, you're seeing the buyers coming, zooming in back down here. Buy. There's value area low, right? Value area low moves down, supporting the, you can support the move with value area low. Value area low to value area high. There's one move right there. So you're looking at right in here to take your long trade, right? At 75.57, right? Okay, that's supporting the move. Supporting the move up. See that VWAP coming up? So if you had bought that at 75.45, sorry, 75.57, okay, you're looking for 75. You're looking for 75.57, 76.57. That's your $1,000 move, right? 76.57, and there you go. There, 76.57. There's your $1,000 move for the day. That's a great That's a great one, right there. Now comes down. Now they start selling. You know that was a measurement right there. $1,000. Okay. They made you $1,000, so you got all that right there. You got value area high at 76.65. What was your target? 76.57, right there. 76.60, 76.57, 75.57, 76.57. I haven't gotten a whole lot of sleep. So 76.57 right there. Okay. Once you put this value area high down here, you're coming back through that cloud. Anywhere in here you could take that short. Look at that. Look at that. Anywhere in here you could take that short if you wanted to. Not my trade, right? Because here's, it didn't hit the target. It had $1,000. Once it hit $1,000, then here it comes selling off, right? So you've got this guy here. That was what, $500 move. So you're saying for 75.57. So you're looking at 76.07, say, for example. Do we have we had a little bit of a 76.07? See, we had a little bit of reaction down there, okay? And we had a little bit of reaction down, and then people were getting out because they made a new value area high right there. So people were basically getting out of part of their positions. They're not going to get out of their entire position until it comes right back up here, right? Then they get out. They can get out of their positions. It comes back down. Now you're making lower highs right there, making lower highs. Comes back up, retests it, right? I'm not shorting there, okay? There's other people that would. This is not my strategy. I'm not shorting there, okay? So the next move comes down, comes down, comes down, comes down, comes down, comes down. Okay, I'm looking at, I'm looking at VWAP, but there's nothing there. There's really nothing there to support me. I'm waiting. I'm being very patient. I'm waiting. I'm seeing all this stuff, all that. And people are going, well, you could have shorted right there. Okay, 76.65. Okay, cool. Okay, if you shorted at that 57 level or the 65 or 67 or whatever that is right up here. Okay, that's cool. Shorted up here. That was a nice from 76.65 down. If you're looking for a $500 move, 76.15, right? So there is 76.15. There's a $500 move right there. Boom, from here to here, $500. $500. Cool. Okay, not my move, and I didn't see that at the time. Here's another one where you're taking it at 76.65, right? Coming down as it comes back down, boom, $500 move. Nice, nicely done. Sometimes it'll bounce off higher high, sometimes it won't. It turned it around here and it came back down. Okay, so trades all over the chart, trades all over the chart, trades all over the chart. So I'm looking. I don't see anything. Okay, now I start seeing this, which is going to be indicative of the long, but I'm not going to take it yet, right? I'm not going to take it yet because I'm not at VWAP, right? I'm not at VWAP. Here's the move up to support the up move. I'm taking that right there, okay, at say 75.92, right? And since VPOC is below it, I'm long biased, right? Take that long. Here's another pullback right there. The VPOC moved up, pulled back, just past it, and they're reloading longs, okay? So you're looking at 75.92. I'm looking at 76.92 as an upside target, right? And there we go. Boom. 76.92 right there. Boom. You made your second $1,000 for the day, and that brings us to 14:55. That brings us to 3 o'clock in the afternoon New York time. I'm done. you know. There's still people trying to push it up, That's okay. You made your, you made $2,000, $4,000 today, and it's not that big of a deal. You're looking at, you could be looking at these guys. I talk about this strategy in another video. Well, value area high, shorting value area highs, and then value area lows. Why you don't want to just blindly short a value area high. And there's a great example. Oh, I'm going to short it. This is a value area high. I'm going to short it. Boom. I can use a target, but I'm not going to short it, because what happens? I try to short it, I get stopped out. Try to short it, right there, get stopped out. Try to short it there, get stopped out. Try to short it there, and on the end of the day, I just gave back, how many hundreds of dollars. If I have a 10 tick stop, I just gave back $400 to the market that I made today. I'd rather hold on money. Okay, so 714, right? So let's go into 714, right? You've got all this stuff up here. You got VWAP all the way down here, right? It's risky. This is a risky strategy. You could short it up here, right? You could short, target, and you can target VWAP, right? But it's a little risky, because see how much chop and junk and garbage. I mean, if you want to trade these for $500 moves, you could. But see what happens. I mean, you come up to VPOC. You come to VPOC here and you reverse, or sorry, you get in the short trade at 77. You're looking at 76.50, right? There's your $500 move right there. Yeah, right there. There's your $500 move off that guy. Very little risk. $500. Okay. So you're looking at, maybe I want to buy down here. So there's nothing. I don't see anything down here except for just this, just the stuff here. I'm just, I don't see anything but that little zone there, right? So you could take it, you could take it at 76.50, right? And for another $250 move up. But then again, it rejected and you're out. You're not going to get a $500 move off that guy. Not yet. Okay. There, 76.84. See how value area high moved down and it came up and it's bouncing off this value area high zone right there, and comes down, bounces off here, bounces off back to our old value area high, value area low, and you can see the squeeze. You can see value area low coming up, value area high coming down. See the squeeze. Okay, so I don't want to play in the squeeze stuff. Other people call that chop. I just call it a squeeze, because you're just rotating between value. And that's all you're doing. Just rotating value area high, value area low, value, just rotating. If you know where these lines are, and you do, if you have my chart, you see where these lines are. You see where these are drawn. So you can sit there and play that, go along here, long back up here, and your stop, your stop's at break even. So if it came back, if it didn't make value area high, it came back, okay, fine, cool, that's fine. You got stopped out, but you had time to move your stop to break even +1. Okay, so screwing up here. Here's pit open, right? Here's your pit open. Your VPOC is up here. But where's my VPOC? VPOC's all the way down here. I'm waiting, baby. I'm just holding on to this thing, right? Until I get down to VWAP, right? Starts bouncing here, right? Let's see, where am I? This is 714, right? Now, once it's bounced off, starting to bounce off this value area low, you could take that speculative trade right there. I didn't particularly like that, but because it's way far away from VWAP, okay? But if you wanted to use VWAP as a target, that's also very possible. You can flip this, you can flip this trade, you can flip this idea on its head. Okay, where's VWAP? Right here. Okay, where's my 76.23 500 is 76.73, right? Okay, well, right there, there's 76.74. Could have shorted that. There's a $500 move right down to VWAP. So there could be my $500 trade for the day. Boom, right down here, right? Now, if you wanted to, you could take, here's where it came through VWAP, okay? VPOC is all the way up here, okay? I prefer it to be a little closer. I would prefer it if it moved down, but I didn't get the move down, right? This is a little bit riskier trade, but see where it pulled back and rejected? Right there, that rejection made that a much safer trade, the short 76.22. So if you shorted it coming down here, or you shorted it coming back up here, 76.21 to 25, okay, right, or 76 22, 21, right in there somewhere, okay? So you short that because it comes through, back up to retest it, and then down, right? So you're looking at 76.22, you're looking at $1,000, right? So my target, there's my target, it's at $1,000. I'm looking at 75.22, right? Okay. So where do we go? Come on, come on, come on. There we go. 75.26, bounce, bounce. There you go. 75.22, and you made your there's your $1,000 for the day. And that was pretty much it. Me personally, I would have just walked away from that guy. You know, see, you could anywhere in here where it made this guy, anywhere in this zone from here to here, you could have shorted that, but that's a fair bit of risk. You've already made a lower high, lower low. You know, you've got risk there. You know, you're risking $150 there. Okay, you can take the breakout right there at 75.26 right there, or you can take the breakout. See where they're making little lines right there. You can take the breakout there where there's 2 dots are, breakout there where there's 4 dots are, or breakout where that previous value area low was, 2-day value area low, and then you know you're back up 75.26, and where does it go? There's another $500 for you, 75.76. There's your daily value area low. So you just hit that, and then it's coming back down. Use that again, using that as a target. Boom, boom. Take your $500 and go away. Or short it if you wanted to. Short value area low, coming down, coming down, coming down. Boom, and then you get it at the end. At the end of the day, you get your, you know, it's a $2,000. That was a $2,000 day. Okay. Now let's look at this is 7/16 into 7/17. This was Sunday coming in 7/17. All right. So I'm looking at $1,000 moves. Okay. So I got coming down here, coming down here. Okay. Now I hit here. I hit here. Now I'm looking for a long trade because I've already bottomed out in the market down here, right? Already bottomed out. Boom, boom, boom. Bottom out, bottom out, bottom out, bottom out. Okay, so that's cool. If I was in from here, okay, there's your short trade right there at 319. See where it popped up there and then came back down at VWAP. Right there, here's your VPOC right above it. So your VPOC is saying, you know, come back up here. VWAP comes down. There's your back average price. Comes back up. You're pretty much a guaranteed short right there. Okay, so you got 74.60. You're looking maybe 73.60, right? You didn't quite make it. I can see today's low here, but you know you're making it down here, right? You're coming back down here. Anywhere down here, you could have taken off $500, $750, whatever. Okay, you hit down here, right? So you're looking at making these highs down here. Now all of a sudden you get price, you get a VPOC right here, right? Comes back, rejects the VPOC, more short, right? Comes back, rejects it, more short, okay? So you're short from way the heck up here, right? 74, say 74.60, okay? So you're shorting VWAP, excuse me, 74.60, coming down. You've got that's a $500 move right there, okay? Now, what happens? Comes back, pulls back to that value low. Now you got a VPOC right here. VPOC saying long, baby, long. So we're long biased. You can take it here or you can take it here, okay? You can take it on the upside, right? So here's your as it crosses above VWAP, 74.47. You're looking at 75.47, right? You're looking at 75.47, and there you go, 75.47. There's your trade, $1,000. You could have taken it down here at the reject of the VPOC and made even more money. 74.10 to 75, 75, 65, whatever that is. So there's even more money available here. Today's high was 7,600. So you could have taken that at 74.10. That's almost $2,000 move. But you know what? You just grab the $1,000 and be happy, right? You may not get that again. So I'm still looking for that. So I made my thou. I made my thou, right? Comes back up here, comes back up here, right? Here, I made today's high. You didn't know that at the time, of course, but today's high. Okay. Now, so now I'm coming out of this cloud, right? This maroon cloud. I'm short biased. Okay. I'm kind of topped out for the day here. Looks like now I'm short biased. I'm coming down. I'm making lower highs, trend change, right? So I'm coming down, coming down, coming down. I could have come down from as I exited the cloud, right there. That's a little riskier trade, but it worked out. Okay. You're looking at right around 75.65 to 75.10 for a $500 move, or let's see, you came down to 74.61. There was another $1,000 move right there. Okay. And then down through VWAP, okay. You don't have anything to lean on. There's no, the VPOCs are still down here, so it's nothing to lean on. But you could take that trade. That's at 74.78, shorting 74.78, coming down. It's a little riskier trade, but 74.78, you're looking for 73.78. So. Comes down, comes down, comes down, comes down. You're still making lower highs. Nice wide swings, but you're still making lower highs. Punches through here. You're thinking, well, gee, maybe I ought to get out of the trade. Well, yeah, you could. 74.10, it's a nice little profit, right? So there's 73.78, right? And now it goes back up. So those were your trades for the 17th. And you're looking at a bunch of chop down here, value area low, a bunch of chop down here, and then we go back. We go back up. What happened at let's see what happened at open. At open, see, I'm looking at chopping over here. There is the pit. There's the pit open right there. Okay, 74.33. Once I'm bouncing up. It may be used. It's going to use this as support, right? Comes back down. I'm thinking, yeah, it's going to use me as support, right? It's going to use me, all right. It's going to take my money away. So it's really nothing here. I mean, there's nothing really here to support anything. So this is just chop, right? I'm just chopping between VPOC and value area high. If you want to scalp that, cool. There's a move right up here. There's a short to VPOC, right? there's a bounce long to VWAP. So you're looking at 74.37 to 74.69. You're looking at $300 swings there, 1, 2, and then coming back down to whatever level you want. Here's it returned to the pit open. But you could be conservative, bouncing off this guy and came right back down here making that money right there. Okay, coming back up, it didn't quite make it, so it's going to go beyond this point. So you're looking at maybe a previous level right there, 74.37. Right? You just draw a line there. Bam. Here you come back down. I mean, there's just scalping opportunities. $250. If you want to make $250, you can make scalping opportunities all over this chart. That's not the main strategy. I like playing VWAP, but you can see it's just rotating around VWAP, and you're going back and forth between these VPOCs and value area high, and it's just that was the 17th, and it's just choppy. Now here's a good long from this retest. Okay, here's this guy. See, we start pushing up, we start trading above it, it comes down. Here's the retest right there. You're long at 74.45. You're looking at maybe $500 to the upside, 45, 74.95. There you go. So there's your 74.95 right there. So there's your target right there. Just pop right back up to it. And if you want $500, there's your $500 day trade. One contract. Think about that. Okay, think about that. Now you're coming up here. You're looking at this. You're looking at a short trade here. Short trade bouncing off of value area high. Okay, coming back down to value area low. You're watching this, right? Or you could short VWAP right there. As it comes back through there, but you got to sit through this. Back through there, you got to sit through this, and then finally the third time usually the third time it comes through it. One time, two times. Usually the third time it goes, right? So you're shorting, you're keeping your stops back or whatever, or you just take the third test. Okay, you're looking at 74.61, 74.60. You're looking at $500 down to the downside or more. There's your $500 move. You're done. $500 move for the day. Okay. So, and then there's your day. There's the end of your day. Now, shorting VWAP up here, okay, this was a little more risky, and this is, I didn't like this. I didn't like this trade, except I had value area high to lean on, right? Now, VPOC is down here, right? So VPOC is basically, logically, VPOC saying, okay, fine, VPOC, I'm going north, right? So that would not be a great trade. If I had a great trade, I would say, okay, fine. This is what the market, this is very, 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 very important. The market, we usually come down, for example, come through a level and retest, come through a level. Here's your retest right there. There's your retest of your 74.45. They were selling 74.45, right? Don't move your stop loss to break even too close, otherwise you're going to get taken out before you hit your target. But if you'd shorted up here, keep your stop 74.60. Okay, where did it go? Eventually came right back down here, 74.60 to there was today's low. Yeah, there was let's see, that was 74.60. So we're looking at eventually right down in here at the end of the day. So what would that have been? Let's find out, shall we? Say 74.60, nice round number. Okay. You're looking for 74.10 for $500 move right there. There's your $500 move right there. Sorry, and right back there. There's your $500 move. Boom, right there. Came back up. Bam, right there. Shorted VWAP, $500 move. Okay, so that's the 17th. Okay. So let's go to the 18th. Okay. So the 18th gave us, here's the 18th. It gave us a nice, see that value area high, VPOC. Gave us a nice little short, $500 move down, $500 move down. Then it started chopping around. I don't really see anything down in here, right? That was a nice short move. Nice long move, but you didn't know if it's going to turn around. What's down here? There's nothing down here to say we're going to turn. There's no level. There's no nothing, right? It's just price action. So I don't trade price action. I don't trade that turn because I don't know if it's going to go back up or down. There's nothing to lean on. I have nothing to lean on. The only thing I lean on is that 2-day value area low, right? And there's no guarantee that thing's not going to come back down and slap me. So I would not have taken that trade. Okay. Let's see, where are we? There's VWAP. VWAP up here. You're extended right down in this area. Okay. How far am I away from VWAP? Okay. So I'm down, say for example, I'm down from VWAP here. And price usually comes back to VWAP, right? So 74.45. If I wanted to make that money, 74.45. I'm looking at 73.95, right? Okay. So I would have to short it. I have to go long. There's my there's where I would be going long. So here's my target, right? Here's my target up here. Here's my $500, right? So anywhere down here, going long here, okay, keep your stops back. You could, okay. There's a measured move, long, $500, $500, okay. So let's go back down to, let's see, this is the 18th, okay. So you could go along here. Here's where you're leaning off your retest, pin off this guy, right? Pin off this guy instead of this guy. You could use that right there. Okay, there's another. From there, that's 74.10. You're looking at 74.60, right? There. So there's another $500 move right there. $500. Okay, off that 74.10, off that level. All you had to do is wait for it. Now, all you have to do is wait for it to come back and retest it right there, right? There was one retest there. This one was just a nasty pullback, right? I mean, it just ran right over the top of you, unless you were down, unless you were long here, right? So anyway, so VWAP, you got a bunch of VPOC chop, right? You've got this guy here, but I don't have anything to lean on. I'm on the wrong side of this guy. I'm on the wrong side of that VPOC. So the VPOC's underneath VWAPs, which means going up, right? Well, we didn't. We didn't go up, right? So, so what happened? Now, but I've got, now price action is above VWAP, right? There it is. There's my VPOC. It bounced off of to the downside, came back up, came through it, almost did the retest there, came through it again. I'm long VPOC at 74.40, right? So there we go. So I'm looking for 74.40. I'm looking at 75.40 for my $1,000 move, right? So here we go. Nice little pullback. Nice little pullback. And there we go. 75.40 right in here. There you go. So there's your $1,000 move. And that was from what about this was the 18th. This was from like 9:30. From an hour and a half, you made your $1,000. You're done for the day, right? Okay. So let's look at 719. What happened on 719? You see the pattern, guys? You see the pattern? 719. Okay. So 719. I got there's this guy. I got this guy long, right here. There's your support. Your support is right across there, right? As it comes back through, you could take the long trade right back. You might have gotten stop out, or you know, stop out break even one, maybe. You could have gotten a full stop out there. Okay, that's okay. There you go. There's your next one. Not every trade's a winner, right? There you go. VPOC. There's your VPOC below your VWAP. VWAP's turning green. You take the buy right there at 75.53. It's at 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning. So, you know, 75.53. You're looking for 76.53 eventually. Let's see here. This is the 19th. You could have taken that long there, or you could have taken the long right here. As you bounce down, that's a very short pullback below VWAP. Okay, you're still in from 75, say 53 or so, right? So it comes back down. You could add your position, or you could get in. It's like 7:30 in the morning, right? There. So VPOC down here. Go back through, boom, pull back, boom. Now this is a little chop, and this is, you know, don't let this scare you out of your trade. Your stop is still down here, and then there we go to the upside. Okay, so you're looking at 75.73 to 76.73, right? 76.73. You're looking for, and there we go. There's your 76.73. 76.73 right there. Okay, so you're out. So there's your $1,000 move for the day. Okay, now let's see. I'm looking for another move, right? Okay, so see this choppy stuff right here. See, this is still you're still looking, but that was a big move. Okay, now what happens here? What happens here? Your VPOC is all of a sudden above VWAP, right? So now you want to flip into a short trade, okay, at 76.10. I think that was a level of mine. So 76.10. You might have gotten stopped out right there. That's a $500 move. If you look at your 500, starts coming back in your face, you could get out. Okay. Still looking at, this is a bunch of choppy stuff right here, right? That was a nice long move right there, where VPOC, see the VPOC shift right there, and you're below VWAP. There's a nice long trade there. Okay. You don't really have anything here. This is just telling you you're just in choppy. Okay. Right now, you're looking at, you can short here, but you have to sit through this. I'm looking for this right here. I'm looking for this right above price action, right? Or sorry, above VWAP. So right there through VWAP, it comes down. I take that. I can take that short there, get stopped out. Take that short there, and it runs. Okay. So I'm looking for 76.10 again. We're shorting 76.10, right? At least a $500 move. I'm looking for 75.10 for the on the downside, right? Come back up, retest that, and then sell off. Okay. So 75.10, boom, there you go, $1,000 move there. Okay, so this is the 19th. Let's go to the 20th. That's an interesting move. Let's see, there's the 20th. There's the 20th. Let's see, where are we? There's VWAP. VWAP is all the way up here, right? So on the 20th, I'd be looking for a short right somewhere down up in here, right? So we come up, I mean, you could buy it, value area, you could buy it down anywhere down here. There's my previous VPOC right there, or you could buy it coming up through the VPOC right there. And you're looking at, that's at least $500 right there. 75.30 back to 75.80, right? So again, here was again you're targeting your VWAP 75.87 or 75, say 75.84 for example, say 75.84. So just, you know, I'm pulling that number out of my butt. I don't know what the levels were for that day, but say 75.84. Okay, there's a $500 move right there, right? So going along anywhere below that line, or above that line, or even below, actually we're going anywhere below that line. Okay, there's your entry there. There's your entry there to VPOC. There's 75.80. Okay, there's that. Go along. Here's your retest. Go along. And came back down here. Still had your stopping place. You could have gotten stopped out and then gone long again, right? Didn't like that move. That was like early in the morning. That's for the MCs of the world, and you know who you are, to take those moves, right? So you'd have to sit through that for a bit, right? And you have to sit through that, but you eventually got your move to VPOC. There you go. There's your $500. Eventually you got your move to VPOC, but you'd have to sit there for how many hours? And I'm not exactly a fan of that. So the good move is, so you're going along. Here's pit open, right? Pull back. Here's your VPOC down here. So you're still long biased, right? So you could have, this is just choppy chop right here. Okay. You made your move up there, right? 76.15, you know, from this guy. 75.83. That wasn't even a $500 move. So, and that choppy chop crap, I didn't really want to scalp that. So looking up here. Now, boom! I just got, see, all of a sudden I got a VPOC there right above VWAP. Boom! I'm shorting it. There's your short for VWAP. Okay, 75.84. You're looking for $1,000 down, right? That was it right down there. So you're looking for $1,000, 75.84, 74.84. Okay, there's 74.84 down there. So you're shorting, right? Short there. As soon as you see that pop on, you short it, baby. There you go. Right? Comes back up, a little retest. Did not even make it up to VWAP, right? Didn't make it up to VWAP. Coming down, and there you go. There's your $1,000 for the day. You're done. Okay. This is the 70. This is the 20th. Let me go to the 21st. And I'm sure you had some more moves. Here was today's low. You didn't know that at the time, of course, but today's low popping up through this cloud right here. As you close above it, that I wouldn't have taken that. That's just in your face. Okay. You could have taken that 74.88 for another $500 move to the upside or more. You know, not my trade, not particularly my trade because I like the VWAP trades, but you could take it. You could. Here, value area low, previous value area low, go long there, right at 74.74, right? That certainly gave you, that certainly gave you a $500 move. Sorry guys, I got a cat. I have a very insistent Siamese cat in the background. He's a very handsome boy, but he wants wants in that room so bad. So hang on just a second. I'm going to do this. It comes back up through that level, 74.74. Okay, previous value area low. You could go along there. 74.74. There's your. We're looking at 75.74 maybe. 75.74. Okay, another $1,000 move right there. Boom. Okay, from the bottom. So you can see, looking at these value area lows and value area highs, you know, this here, not here, but here's where the retest was of that value area low. There's another $500 trade, 75.17 to 75.67, right in there. There you go, right at pit open, right? So you got her done. If you're targeting this guy, right, and you're saying, you know, I want to make $500 a day, 75.75. This is kind of an interesting inverse strategy, but okay, you've got 75.75, which is where 75.75. So you're looking long at 75.25, right? 25. So anywhere in here, there's your level, right? Come back, pull back. You could go long here. If you went long there, there's your, you know, 75.17 to 75.75. That's a $500 move, over $500 move. Okay, so now you're looking at, if you wanted to, I wouldn't take this. You could short that, but I wouldn't take it. So, excuse me just a second. Here you go, buddy. There we go. Okay, so, you know, there's trades all this chart. Just you're watching VWAP. You know, here's a reject, here's a value area high, reject of VWAP. Not my favorite trade, but you know, it can work out. I mean, you're looking at 75.75 back down to 75.25. Did not make it. Okay, but this is getting to the end of the day. This is at 14:30. That's, you know, that's your there. That's crude pit close. If you wanted to scalp that for a little bit of money, you could certainly do that. Okay. Anyway, there's the 20th. The 21st. Let's look at the 21st. Okay. So, whoa, yeah, look at that. Look at that sucker. Man, look at see where the value area low, see where the VPOC was. Man, you have gone long there. I'm not trading Globex. I just got married, guys, by the way. So I'm not trading Globex. Not by choice anyway. But I did want to get up early and make this video. Okay. So here you go. There's a VPOC trade, 75.76 to, you know, right up here, 76.46. That's $750. What was that? $750 move right there. Okay, at least $500. You take your $500 and you go home, and you're good for the day. Let's see. Let's see if I see a trade here. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Look at that. As soon as that came on, see that VPOC 76.23, right? That was at 5 o'clock in the morning, just after 5 o'clock, right? I see that VPOC. All of a sudden, it moves down from here. That's supporting the long move. So what do? I jump into that trade, right? 76.23. I'm looking for 77.23. If I had a one contract on, I'd take it off at $500. 76.23. I'm looking for 77.23, right? And came right back down. Okay, I'm long from 76.23, right? So came up here and it made $500, right? It wasn't 1,000, but you know, hey, beggars can't be choosers. What happened? Okay, you went long, right? You went long to here, right? Well, what happened at that $500 mark? Okay, so I've got 76.23, 76.73. That's it. There's 76.73. What happened? you're starting to get into this cloud thing right there. So as soon as that, you know, there's my 76, 73. There's my $500 trade right there. Pull back a little bit, and then boom, there's my 500 bucks, and then it came right back down. Okay, pit open. I'm looking at you know, $500 shorts. You know, so see right there. There is as it popped up above there. Okay, I could have gotten stopped out going to the upside, shorting right there, right? Or just wait until it turns red. Boom, comes back down through that level. Short short there, right there, at 76, say 76.41. Okay, you got it in at 76.41, right? So 76.42 is great. So that would be 75.92, right? So I'm looking at 75.92. And came back up, did not quite come up to your entry. Boom, there's your $500 trade right there. Came back in your face. You could have reloaded there for another contract, and then boom, comes down, hits your target. Okay. Now, where's my next one? Let's see. Let's find out. Let me see where's my next one. Okay, there was one there, pull back right there. If you went long at 36, that was only a $400 trade, right? It did not make you. It's 400 bucks. It didn't make you 500. But then, you know, if you'd gotten in here, it made you 5. There, you'd only be about 400 bucks. Okay. So let's see. So I'm looking for another trade. It's just, you know, I can see the squeeze. See the squeeze here. They're trying to push it up. Price action is below this guy. Okay, right? So I could go long anywhere here. Value area high. Value area low is moving up. Value area high starting to move up. I got this VPOC here right below VWAP, so I'd have to keep my stops, you know, a little farther back. But you could either go long at 35, and there's your stop. Your 10-tick stop did not get hit. So you're looking at this guy, or you're looking at either 35 or 39. And once you came back up there, it came down to 36 and then went north. Okay, so we're looking at say 76.40. So you're looking at a 76.90 move, right? Okay. Came back in your face. You could either taken money here, money there, or waited. Here it goes. Here's that right there, right? It comes back to that level, bounces off that guy, goes up through here. There's your 76.41 again. 76.40, 76.41, right? Either 76.36 or 76.41. Okay, 5 ticks, not going to make much difference. Okay, now let's go to the long side. Okay, VPOC is below VWAP. VWAP starts turning up. Here we go. Boom. Oops. We got that. But we're already in the. I'm already in the trade. I'm already committed, right? So what happens is, as price comes down here for the retest, they're trying to push it down. See, they're trying to push it down for this retest here, and then they're going to go long. See, as that came on right there on that bar, right? It pushed it down to that other VPOC level, bounced off, and then went, to the moon, Alice. Okay, so I'm here. I have to keep my stops back a little bit. Okay, you're looking at 76.41. If you had 76.31, didn't come close. So bam, there for the upside. 76.91, right? So 76.91 is my target for a $500 move. Okay, So I got in about 12:20, and it shot north. So you're looking at about a 30-minute trade, and you're making 76.91 right there. So 76.91 right there-ish. Okay, there's 76.91 at about 12:53. You know, so you're looking at 30 minutes, 30-minute trade or so. Okay, now 76.24. 724. That was yesterday. Let me go to the end here. Let me. Okay. Here's, here's where you're starting. Here's value area high. We're short biased. You're popping up, and now there's your trade right there. 78.94. Say 76.54. It's probably going to come down a little bit more. There's your $500 trade right there. I missed it. And missed it. Crapola. Oh well. Anyway, there'll be another one come along. Okay. So let's go to the 24th, and then we'll wrap this up. Okay. So we're going back. Okay. I'm gonna do this real quick. At 4 o'clock, I'm starting to see. Here's above. Here's your support right there as it comes back up through VWAP by 76.72. Okay, 76.72 at about 401, 405, right in there. You have to sit through that pullback right there. If you get stopped out because your stops are too tight, then you enter again. We go again. Now it's turned green. Below, turn your VWAPs turn green, and you're into the long. Okay. So you're looking at 401, 405, somewhere in here. Okay. So you're long from say 76.72. You're looking for 77.72, right? There you go. There. 77.72. There's your $1,000 right there. Okay. Now you had a trade at, you had a long back right down here. You had a long there at 435, and you had a long at, let's see, you had one here. The VPOC was still up here, but you had a rising VWAP. So, and you had a rising value area low. That would have been a nice trade. You have to keep your stop back, but that's a nice trade there at 77.30. Okay, you're looking at 78.30, right? And you're looking at, let's go 78. Okay, there you go. 78.30. Boom. And we're done for the day. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you watching.